What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video.
I rep the West to the death, but my life is better. I've shed blood, shed tears, man, I stormed bad weather. I caught an L at 19, that's a cold ass letter. But now I'm back in the world and trying to make it better forever. They counted me out at a young age, but now I'm living proof. I'm in this booth, I'm spitting truth, you see me on the tube. The Dove Show, homies bounce and roll. The Dove Show.
Lefty Gunplay. Once again, Lefty Gunplay is in the news. It's all over social media. Before I get too far into this video, I want to say this. I hope you guys take a second to go through the comments and let's see how many people comment before they even watch the video. It happens all the time. So you see the thumbnail, you see the title. Lefty Gunplay broke and abandoned. I saw the clips, they were sent to me by several people of Lefty Gunplay. Looks like he was standing at a Jack in the Box drive-thru. And he was talking to the girl that worked there. And he was explaining to her his situation. Unfortunately, she was recording the whole thing. Why he was talking to her, I would have been like, hey, put the phone down, man. What are you doing? You know, I'm asking you for a favor, you know. Can I borrow your phone for a second? I need to borrow your phone. Instead, Lefty, being that dude that he is, who's always way too kind to everybody, he stood there and, you know, I don't know. People are going to say he's on drugs and, you know, whatever it was, man. He stood there and he spoke. And a lot of people are laughing at him and saying it's all fake. He's broke. You know, he don't have no money. But you hear him in the thing saying, I need to borrow your phone. He needed to make a call. He said that Chris John, well, I don't know how to say her name. Chris John Rock, the one that was with Blueface, the one that has Blueface's baby, allegedly. He was saying that was his new lady, and then that another chick came and one of them took off with his phone. It was hard to hear because it was low. He didn't come real close to the phone. And that's where a lot of people think he was either drunk or on drugs, because his story was a rambling story that wasn't really making sense. I don't think he believes Krishan Rock is his old lady, his new old lady. I don't know. But here's something that I think, right? A lot of people nowadays don't carry cash. I don't. I never carry cash. The reason why I don't carry cash is because I'll probably give it all away to the homeless people. That's what I usually do when I have cash on me. Most people carry credit cards or debit cards. That's what I do. But there are a lot of people who don't want any transactions to be followed. Doesn't make sense to me. So they use Apple Pay for everything, right? But you got to have some type of account to use Apple Pay. My assumption is his thing is using his phone to pay for everything. And so whatever chick ran off with his phone took away his ability to be able to pay for gas or whatever he needed. Apparently he needed gas, right? No matter what, it's a bad look. Look, I'm not from LA, right? I think most of you guys know that. I'm not from Los Angeles. But I've been doing time with them since I was a kid. And there was a time where, you know, shout out to the Maravillas, but there was a time when, you know, things were going on with the Maravillas, right? And me not being from LA, one thing that I always heard was during that time, the deadliest thing to do was to walk up on a car full of the girls from Maravilla. I remember homie saying, man, them chicks right there, they love their fucking homeboys so much. They'd pull up and you'd see them and they'd be all fine as hell. And they'd be like, hey, what's up? You want to kick it? And vatos that didn't know any better would walk up to the car like, hey, what's up? And in the back seat would be a dude from Maravilla that would just pop up and just start dumping on them. Then the chicks would drive off. Women are very dangerous. Lefty Gunplay, you gotta be smarter. The fact that you were standing there in your, I don't know what kind of pants those were. I don't know what the designer pants, the designer shirt, the designer raincoat that you had on. It's probably not a raincoat, but it looks like the ones, a half of one that they used to give us in Pelican Bay. They used to give us the raincoats, the trench coats, yellow slickers in Pelican Bay. Oh yeah, you were there, you know. And for you to be standing there in all this designer clothing, expensive shoes, jewelry, a grill, and you don't have any type of security with you, you don't have any of your homies with you, and you're talking to a random chick, and that chick could have easily set you up. I don't think you're moving the right way, Lefty. I really don't. And this is another one of those teaching moments, man. Don't ever let this happen to you. Lefty Gunplay is not broke. He was stranded and abandoned. But you got to do better, man. Seriously. That could have turned out to be really bad. I don't think Lefty gives a damn enough for it to hurt his image in his eyes. But there are other people that they look at Lefty for whatever reason. Some people look at him to hate him. Some people look at him to admire him. Some people look at him to be motivated by him. For the haters, that video was perfect for them. The people that want to be inspired or motivated by you, though, big dog, they see you rambling at a McDonald's drive-thru. You don't have money for gas. You don't have a phone. And I personally don't think you're broke. I think you're smart by not carrying cash on you, but you're still carrying a lot of other valuables on you. You got to do better, man. You know, I was talking to somebody this morning about it, and they were like, man, he don't have a good team around him. And I said, you know what? We can't say that. Nobody could say that. It could just be, very well be that Lefty is so stubborn, so hard-headed, so blinded by pussy that he's disregarding his team, their advice. And if that's the case, people are going to see that video and they're going to know this was slipping. Lefty, you know. You're from the Valle, but you're from LA County. You know all the stories. People in LA, usually it's people that are not from LA, pull up in LA and somebody jacks them for their jewelry or whatever. But if people get an idea that you stay slipping and all it takes is a female to get you off your game, you're going to be in a position where you're not going to be able to trust any females. No women in your life. No women that come into your life brand new. No matter how fine, you're going to have to look at them as maybe the potential setup. That's a cold way to live, man. But it is what it is. Hopefully everything will work itself out and this will be another growing experience, something you learn from. But you can't be letting anybody take your phone at all, ever. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.